Hello, and I'm Pat. This is Dale. Welcome to Buchanan on the Go. Each week, we're going to discuss different topics relating to trucking, sales, and life. To start us off, we're going to introduce Buchanan Hauling and Rigging and talk about who we are and what we offer. Buchanan was founded in 1996 by a driver with one truck, two trailers, and a dream to supply quality transportation at a fair market rate, build long-lasting business relationships, and provide high-quality jobs to drivers and owner-operators. One of the things Gary's famous for saying, who's our founder, is take the word "if" out of your vocabulary.
Absolutely. When the word "if" is in your vocabulary, you're dealing with customers, you're dealing with drivers, they're just going to look you over and they're going on to the next one. You're not confident. You're not telling them we can do something. You're saying, yeah, I'll see if I can find somebody. And if we get somebody, we'll let you know. No, I mean, that you're not going to grow that way. You're not going to be successful at business that way. You take that word "if" out. You tell the customer, yes, we'll get the truck in there. We'll get the driver in there. We'll pick it up. We'll take it from A to B, wherever it needs to go. The word "if" is just lazy man's lingo, in my opinion.
Yeah, and with Buchanan, we can do all kinds of things.
Yeah, absolutely. We started out providing flatbed services, open deck transportation, flatbed, step decks. We quickly moved into expedited and heavy haul, curtain side, enclosed vans now. Loosely getting into a little bit of the reefer stuff. It's a little bit more challenging for us since we don't have a whole lot of experience, but we're breaking that ice. We brought in some new guys that have great background in the reefer business. So we're going to use their knowledge and help grow our reefer division as well.
Yeah, definitely an area of opportunity for us. We're not shying away from it. One of the things at Buchanan is we always try to learn as much as we can, have the information in front of us so that we are the experts before we start messing with something. So, and with this increased business, Buchanan Hauling is expanded into a full service logistics company. We're handling all types of commodities as well, different projects and freight moves all throughout the United States and Canada. So our logistics group, we've got the expertise, the technology, the industry contacts to manage shipments of any size, frequency, and instance. And our expedite group, man, they're great. They move those time-sensitive shipments, all sizes, providing instant updates at any point in time.
Yeah, we really just jumped into expedited probably within the last 90 days.
Yeah, but we cut our teeth on that back in the day when Gary first started on the flatbed side.
We did.
So we're not rookies in it.
No, we're not rookies, but we actually now have a full service team versus a handful of people here for this project, a handful of people for that project. It's the same people doing it day in, day out. We actually just started a 24/7 coverage on the expedite team, doing swing shifts, 7 on, 7 off, 12-hour days. We've got 4 guys doing that, and they're doing a fantastic job, really amping up the coverage so that customers know where their stuff is immediately. They don't have to wait till the next morning.
That's incredibly important in this day and age. I mean, transparency, just the ability to be able to reach out to somebody, have that conversation. Because you know what, Buchanan, we recognize that transportation needs, they're going to extend beyond our business hours. We're lucky, we work 8 to 5 ish. I mean, there's times where, I'm doing some pricing stuff way in the evenings and you're taking a phone call from a customer at 9. But we're going to answer the phone 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. And this is just part of who we are. This is our culture. We want to work hard every single day to provide measurable value to our customers, our employees, and the company.
Now, that's what's really led us to be able to grow in the capacity that we've grown over the last couple of years. You and I started about 5 years ago together. We were brokers. It was a 8 to 5.
Yeah.
There was nobody worked past 5. We didn't even stagger shifts here past 5. We were basically done at 5.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now, we've developed, we've grown as a business. We know that trucking is not 8 to 5 job, especially when we have 3-4 different time zones in the U.S. 5 o'clock here is only 2 o'clock out on the West Coast.
Yeah, and with the weird time change now, it's 3 hours difference between here in Indiana and our Phoenix office.
Right.
We've got staffed up with both our logistics side and our asset side moving freight out west. So
yeah, absolutely, it's great. I've talked to Chris Buchanan at 6 o'clock his time, 9 o'clock my time, many a time trying to pick his brain. He's actually starting off. He started the Phoenix office, doing real well out there.
Yep.
I'm just growing into my role, and I'm really using him as a crutch to help make my talents go above and beyond what they currently are.
Yeah, he's definitely an expert in what he does, and we were very lucky to be able to bring him on board, along with several of our other additions that we've made over the last 3 years, we've really grown here, fulfilling our mission at Buchanan.
Yeah, absolutely. Our mission here at Buchanan is to effectively match shipping opportunities with resources through our best in class people, advanced technology, and efficient processes, and our Be Great culture.
Yeah, our Be Great culture. That's key to what we're doing here.
Absolutely. Be Great culture. I mean, we have a great office, a great atmosphere, and it's really piggybacking off of our, our Be Great culture. We're no longer a run of the muck office where people come and go as they please. You know, we're we're to the nines here.
Yeah.
We're working hard.
Yeah, when we started, the turnover rate was like everybody else in the industry. People came in, people left. We've been able to, and we're going to talk more about that on another podcast, our Be Great culture in particular, but we've been able to hone in, get the right people on the bus, and really get to the point where, we cut down on the turnover. We've got people here, they come in, they want to work, they're super excited every single day to come in, and they're building careers. No longer is logistics just a job.
Yeah, before, if you had a pulse, you were breathing and you could sit upright, and
you could be a broker.
And they were coming in, they were going out, they were coming in, they were going out. We weren't satisfied with that. We got to the point where we had to really get nitpicky in who we were bringing in, and we wanted the good people to stay. We had to escort some of the cancers, if you will, out of the office.
Yeah.
And when we started doing that, our business just to the next level, to the next level, to the next level.
Well, what's nice about that is we were actually able to match where we really were. I mean, and to give you kind of an idea, Buchanan, we've got over 200 power units on our side, on our company side, and 900 trailers. So that puts us in the top 1% of the nearly 500,000 carriers in the United States. That's just nuts.
That's crazy to me. You don't think of a smaller town like Fort Wayne having a business like that.
Yeah.
We've got a couple of the big businesses here in town, not too many, but for our business, 200-300 people that are actually in our offices, being in the top 1% of the trucking companies nationwide.
That's amazing.
That's crazy.
And our logistics side's even more impressive. There's nearly 18,000 freight brokers around there, just run-of-the-mill freight brokers, right? In Transport Topics, for the last 3 years in a row, has ranked Buchanan in the top 100.
Yeah, did you see we're at 61 now?
61.
That just came out.
But our goal is to be in the top 50 by next year.
Absolutely.
We're going to push for it. So that's the top 0.5% of all the freight brokers in the country. That's amazing. And I think that goes back to that culture, that Be Great, that putting our people and our processes first. And we're recognized for that. And, so we're living up to where we really are and what we're doing with our operation every single day.
Absolutely. It's fantastic. When I came in the first time, there wasn't really great leadership in the building. I mean, we reported to 3 or 4 different people, and now we've got 7 or 8 different department heads that head up a department. The communication's more fluent. Dan came over. He's our VP on this side a couple years ago and really put his foot down and really turned the office around. And it's much more fun to work here now after I came back after a couple years off. I mean, you've been here the whole time, so that you know what the changes really been.
It was a lot of hard work, a lot of effort, a lot of people, put in and really made that change possible. We've been able to just, really wow not only the employees, but we actually wow our relational carriers every single day. We actually have an unprecedented 4.5 star rating on the load board DAT as a carrier broker. And on Internet Truck Stop, we actually qualify as one of their diamond brokers. This is something that, if you go out there looking at reviews, I know when I buy stuff and you do, you look at the reviews, right? I'm not buying anything that's a 2-star.
No, absolutely not. That's just a crap product.
It is. Why would I buy that? I'm looking for the 4, the 5, the 4.5 star things. That's what, okay, cool. When it's in there, now I'm going to read a little more about it. Now I'm going to be interested. And for us to be a 4.5 star rated carrier, when you go in and look at the reviews, we don't have just 1 or 2 reviews. There's a lot of companies out there that are 5 star and they've got 2 reviews. Well, great. But having over 100 reviews out there?
I think a lot of that, we were able to do that because we treat our relational partners like their family. Each
Mhm.
quarter, we recognize, the top 5, 6 different carriers that we use. We send them a goodie bag. We thank them for all their support,
Mhm.
helping us, grow our business. Because really, without them, we're not here today. We're
That's
not
true.
able to do what we are doing today, and we're not going to. We just can't keep our jobs without the support from those guys. And we like to recognize them on the quarterly basis.
And we do that on the customer side
Oh,
as
absolutely.
well.
Yep.
We got a handful of customers that we recognize every single quarter. They're different ones for different things. And the best part about it is a lot of our customers have been with us for years. Some of our best customers, we've had decade-old relationship or longer that
Right.
we've been working with.
Absolutely, and that's great. We've got some newer ones that are jumping up to that echelon of being the top tier for us,
Mhm.
which are great. We're expanding our business, but again, it kind of goes back to remember where you came from.
Yeah.
We gotta take care of those who took care of us in the beginning.
Well, at the same time, freight is freight. I mean, from my point of view, I mean, I look at it a little differently because I'm not customer facing every single day, and but I value the relationship. Like it's probably harder in this industry to maintain that customer relationship than it is to open a door for somebody. But what we've seen is, especially with your team, they've proven they've been able to maintain those relationships as well as add on new business, and we couldn't do that without adding people.
Yeah, right. I mean, trucking companies out there are a dime a dozen.
They are.
They could tell us, you missed the shipment, see you later, kick you to the door. We don't let it get to that point. We get to them proactively. We find solutions versus, being reactive and begging for forgiveness and things of that nature. But with that attitude that we have going into it, that's how that's how we're maintaining the relationship, how we're building on the relationship. We actually have a customer who, we started out on one lane 2 years ago, just one simple lane.
Mhm.
And now we're doing what, almost $2 million for that company in revenue a year off
Fantastic.
of one lane.
Fantastic.
Like, that's how we grow our business. It's the relationship.
It is. It is. And then the relationship starts from the top. It starts with Gary and Becky. They've been here since the beginning. That's who started
Yep,
this.
25 years ago.
Oh my gosh.
We started off family owned and operated, and 25 years later, still family owned and operated
Yeah, and being run that way daily.
every day.
Yep. Gary comes in, Becky comes into the office. They know their employees. It's kind of nice. I've worked at the big corporations, the Fortune 500 companies. I've worked at small little restaurant that my family's owned for a long time, and to be able to come into a growing company, like we did 5 years ago, and to be able to put our stamp on it and still have that connection with ownership and have those conversations, it's amazing. I'm proud that we're here.
Absolutely. I love the interaction that Gary has with us on a day to day basis. I mean, most owners sit behind a desk, sit behind a computer of bigger companies,
Mm-hmm.
and that's it. Gary's, he's emailing brokers, he's emailing drivers, he's calling both, he's calling customers, he's emailing me and talking to me because he's engaged 100%.
Yeah, I was sitting at home the other day and I'm getting a phone call 7 o'clock at night from the owner of the company. Hey, got a question about this. All right. Pretty cool. Different
Absolutely.
experience.
Yeah, absolutely. You never know what you're going to get in the trucking industry, but one thing we can count on is the family atmosphere here at Buchanan.
That's true. That's true. So, well, that's going to wrap up our episode for episode 1. We really appreciate you guys joining us. So, until next time,
We'll see you on the road.